Good morning. Welcome to day 3 coverage of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament, hosted by All In Pickleball Gym. This is Sunday morning. I'm calling the open division of the mixed doubles, and we are underway. This is the championship court view of round 2. I believe we have a 7-round round robin. The first round is in the books, and throughout the day I'll try to follow the leaders and provide coverage from all 5 courts here on which teams are in the lead and contention for medals. So we'll see how the day plays out. In the meantime, I'm going to put it on split view and go set up some more microphones and some more cameras and be back with you shortly. Thank you. Okay, just checking in here. It is 8:10 on one, and you can probably hear through the mic. I think that makes it now 9:10 1. Great point. So this match is getting tight. So I believe that this match is between Joy and Ethan on the far court against Cheryl and Randy on the closest court to us. And the score here is looks like he painted the line on that one. Let's see what we have here for the score. 12s on 1. 12s on 2, I believe, sorry. Nice drop shot. We are playing matches to 15, win by 1. Again, this is round 2 of 7 rounds of the 4-0 plus division of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament, hosted by All In Pickleball Gym, located in Byron Center, Michigan, south side of Grand Rapids. It's a cold and rainy day. It's a nice day to be indoors playing pickleball. Let's check in on court 2 for a moment. We've got a good court match going there. This has Andrea and Jeff. Actually, on the closest court, it's Christy and Michael. On the closest court. On the far court, we have Andrea and Jeff. Andrea Rabin and Jeff Vanderkolk. Christy Cotton and Michael Keeley. See if I can get a score on that one as well. Maybe 8-11. I didn't. Sounded like maybe 8-11 on 2. So Christy and Michael playing from behind. Must be now 8-11 on 2. Sorry, I've got this backwards. That would be Jeff and Andrea are down. Christy and Michael are up. Nice hands by Michael. Jammed Jeff there. So now it's a side out. 11-8 on the 1. Christy to serve. 12-8. Andrea pushed that one deep. She wants that one back, I know. Again, as a reminder, we're playing to 15, win by 1. I think they called a timeout just to make sure that if they just serve from the previously incorrect spot, that they won't lose the side out. Looks Looks like there was some confusion as to what side they need to be serving from. It looks like it's time in 13-8. I think they're still on the one. Yeah, they're pressuring Andrea and jamming her up high. This is probably match point. 14-8-1 match point for Christy and Michael. Nice get by Jeff. Even nicer get by Michael to find the gap and put it away. Okay, we'll be back probably from championship court here momentarily. See you in a moment. So maybe if we can mess around with camera today, see if we can get it to function. Okay, we are back. Round 3 coverage on the far court in blue. We have Jennifer and her partner Mani. Closest court to us, serving now, is Adeline and Dan. This is third round coverage. Adeline and Dan just had a bye. They won their first match. And looks like they're bringing the heat. Looks like Jennifer and Manny are resigned to speed the ball up, and well, we know Manny's going to like to hit it hard, but Manny's got a lot of touch and control as well. I've not seen Jennifer play before, much, I should say. I've seen her on the court a couple times, but based on that nice, crisp backhand down the middle, I'm going to say she's bringing a pretty solid game this morning. If any of you watched the Grand Rapids Pickleball Club Earth Day Open powered by Rebelin last weekend, you'll recognize Adeline. Adeline here in the camouflage shirt and black tights won the 5-0 division with their partner Zach Chambers, who also won the men's 4-5 open division here yesterday in the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament. So I expect that Dan and Adeline are slightly favored in this match. However, the team they're facing is very formidable. Jennifer has good hands, good speed. So this will be fun. Let's sit back and watch this. I think it's 2-0-1. One, 2-2 maybe. Nice two-handed block by Adeline. Pushes that one too far wide. Let's see, 2-2-2. Yep. All twos here in round two, actually round three. Second game for Adeline and Dan, but it's round three. Round three of 7, where you're playing standard scoring games to 15, win by 1. The medals will be assigned at the end of round robin play. No further bracket for medal rounds. Jennifer just doesn't get on top of that one enough and sails a little deep for power. That ball was deep. This is interesting. Here we are in a mixed event, and we have the women on the left engaged in a backhand dink war. Love it. That's why I love mixed. You just never know what you're going to see.
4-2-2.
Oh, great get by Adeline. Dan just couldn't get around on that one. Wasn't that he pushed it wide? The ball was heavy at his feet. Paddle face was still too open. 2-for-1. Adeline with another great get up against the curtain. Dan rolls that one off the top of the net and right down for a win. And apologizes genuinely. 2-4-2.
Do not touch that.
5-2-1. Nice speed up by Monty right into Dan's chest. The drive and crash strategy by Adeline and Dan there can be highly effective, but you just have to be prepared to take some heat in return. And Monty was quick to oblige. 6-2 on the 2. Maybe 2-6-2. Smart play by Dan there. Didn't try to put too much on it, but hit a sharp angle. I think that brings us to 6-2-1. (7-2-1) on a timeout. Let's go down to court 2 and see what's going on there. On this court, we're seeing Andrea and Jeff again against Deanna and Brian. Deanna and Brian Sinot, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm assuming that they are either siblings or a couple, most likely a couple. We'll check in back there once this match on championship court concludes. Let's go back to championship court. Just in time for the switch. So it's going to be 8-2, probably 8-2-2, or no, 8-2-1. They probably started out on the 8-2-1. Yep, that was just wide. That's a good call. I was wondering why there was a delay to the call, but Dan got it right. Adeline tried speed and then placement. Finally got a ball to come in behind and just didn't hit the sweet spot crisply. Torqued the paddle out of her hand a little bit. She's trying for soft touch, so she wasn't gripping the paddle tightly, and it just died on her paddle. And then she pushes that one wide. Let's see if Monty and Jennifer can go on a little run here now. 2 points in a row. 4-9 on the win. And Dan just sailed that, so we got. Oh, sorry, their serve. Monty's serve was long, so 4-9-2. My apologies. Monty saves her. That ball was going to hit the back wall. Yeah, that's a nice spot by Jennifer. And Adeline was there. She wasn't necessarily sitting on it, but normally Adeline would have that shot. But nice mix-up by Jennifer. Jennifer dinks very well backhand, so I'm surprised why she doesn't just stay down and goes a little bit more. See if she can just grind out some backhand dink wars. So now we're seeing the stack by Dan and Adeline. And Dan, you may have heard him, he's mad at himself for taking Adeline's, kind of sitting on the backhand there away from her. But I like that shot by Dan. He's dialed in. Not just in mix, but in both gender specific. The person on the right is dialed in on a forehand and they're setting themselves up. I like giving them space. Dan and Adeline don't play much together, so sometimes if there's any hesitation as you're going to take that ball, good example of Adeline's backhand. If there's any hesitation, a lot of times it's just enough to cause an unforced error. And that's probably what we saw there. Dan just knocked Monty's camera off its tripod base. All right, let's see if Jennifer has an unforced error there, unfortunately. Dan goes for one of his favorite shots, a look away, inside out backhand down the line, just misses it deep. 11-4-2. There's no hand signals between Jennifer and Monty, which is interesting. So either they like this. They're on the 4, so this is the way that they started the match. So they like her on the left. But at this point, when you start getting in that you're down, sometimes you need to mix it up and throw in a switch on a stack. Sometimes is enough to make your opponents hesitate as well and create some unforced errors. Jennifer just let that one hang a little bit, and Dan was able to hit it down. Didn't put too much pace on it, but just getting the ball down is important. 11-4 on the 1. Dan got that down. Oh, nice shot, Jennifer. And she just cooks it wide. Good pickup by Adeline on that one. Shoelaces down the line and gets it over. 12-4 on the one on the timeout. Let's head back over to court 2 for a moment, see if I can get us a score there. (13-10) on the 2. And so that's 14-10-2 on court 2. They're taking a timeout, so we'll stay with you on championship court here as we come back. We'll bring Tim Maksinski by the booth here later into the rounds to provide us an update on the leaderboard, if you will, which teams are in contention, and again, we'll try to make sure that we get most of the meaningful matches on championship court here or court 2, but if we have matches going on elsewhere, we'll definitely put equipment out so we can cover it, tell the story here today for the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament hosted by All in Pickleball Gym for the 4-0 plus, the mixed open division that we're watching here. Round robin, 7 round robin. Matches to 15, win by 1. Let's get a score here from Money. Nice pickup by Dan. Another nice pickup by Dan. Nice roller, nice top spin roller. Dan got low and flicked that up. That was nice. 4-13-2. And the match on court 2 did conclude. I'm assuming that Andrea and Jeff won based on the score that I last saw there, but yeah, it's unconfirmed. Let's see. 13-4-2. So we have our first match point of the day not of the day, of this round for Adeline, and Dan, and Adeline tries to win it all on one serve. I get it. I always like to try to win the last point with power. And in this game, it's not always the best thing. They've got the opponents have the pressure on them when you're up match point. So sometimes it's best just to keep the ball in play, let them make the errors. And that's match point there. Adeline and Dan taking care of business. I would definitely say that they're favored here today. We'll be back in a moment with continued coverage into round 4. Quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, let's pick up coverage on court 2 here, please. So on the far court, I believe we have Christy and Michael again. And then on the near court, it's going to be Joy and Ethan. And let's see if I can get a score there. 0-0. Might have been on the 2. Okay. I assume it would have to be on the 2. See if I can get a score here, and then we're going to switch back over to championship court here in a moment. Number 7. I'm going to cut over to championship court here where Andrea and Jeff on the park court are taking on Adeline and Dan. It's 2-1-2. Three, 1-2. Nice drop. Nice cut backhand drop just over the net, right at Andrea's feet. Those are hard to scoop up. Scores 5-1-1. Just wide, but Andrea completely ducked under that, and I don't know, mostly self-preservation. Adeline ripped that. She loves ripping that top spin forehand. Dan was wise there to just use placement over power. Didn't want to cause himself an unforced error and just put the ball down in the spot that he wanted. About 50% power. Same guy. He didn't have his feet planted and caused paddle location variation and sailed that one deep. And another unforced error. First side out. 261. Six, 2, 1. Jeff called himself in the kitchen. Good sportsmanship, Jeff Vanderkalk. Jeff's playing great pickleball lately, and you won't find a better guy. You won't find a better family. Vanderkalk families. Always around supporting pickleball. It's great to see them whenever they're out. It's nice to see Jeff playing at the 5-0 level this year. He's stretched into that division, and he's starting to perform. And now that he's seeing the pace and playing with that competition, his game is elevating even more. It's nice to see. So excited to bring you some new equipment here momentarily. James Grachowski is going to be firing up a new view, so let's just go to it. Look at that. That's a nice view there. Yeah, good stuff. Livestream Pickleball continues to add equipment and assets to make your at-home viewing experience better and better. So we are on the side out. We'll get the hang of it. We're just playing around right now. But as you can see, we've got very crisp video quality here, 1080p video quality coming at you through a expensive new camera that James has for his own production company that we've been able to now incorporate into our live stream. And normally I wouldn't have him be moving around jittery, and I'm going to move away from him for a moment. We'll come back to him momentarily. Dan just pushes that one short. I think we're at 291 maybe. Yeah, 291. Here I am, running the switch. There I'm not. So it is exciting to have this new equipment in place. Let me see if I can get show you what's going on here. So James is down here. Here's the latest arsenal in our equipment. It's a Sony, essentially a DSLR camera, video camera, hooked up with an interface that allows us to shoot, bring it into our iOS-based application. Fun stuff. We're still with you on Championship Court. Round 3 coverage. Actually, round 4 coverage, sorry. This is round 4 of 7. And again, I'll try to get, after this round, I will try to get the tournament director, Tim Maxinski's update on teams' records. And we'll try to, as we get deeper into the rounds here, try to make sure that we provide you coverage of what will ultimately be the medal contenders. And try to bring you some context on what matches are meaningful and how the outcomes need to turn out for teams to stay in the medals. Nice rip, Jeff. That is a good rip. That's tough. He's elevated two-hand backhand, and he flicks it, rips it right down the middle. See, that's on. You're watching 5th round coverage. The mixed 4-0 plus, the open division of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament, hosted by All In Pickleball Gym. And we're seeing Jennifer and Monty again against Joy and Ethan. We've seen them all once. First time playing against each other. So we'll let this roll and let you listen to the sights and sounds of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament at All In Pickleball Gym. We just saw an end change. It's 8-2-1. That is a nice rip by Monty. Okay, everybody, we're going to be able to provide you some updates here momentarily. Mr. Will Doot has joined us. Give him a second to get his headset adjusted and on. Good morning, Will.
Hey.
How's it going?
Man, blessed. Got some good games going on today. I would say Dan and Adeline are definitely the team to beat right now. And then Manny and Jennifer are playing outstanding. They, I think they're up there, probably tied close to second right now. And Mike Kiley and Christy Cotton are probably the top teams. But Joy and Ethan just upset them. So it's kind of a wide open field.
So we are in round 5 of round 7, right? So what does, can you kind of look at the next couple matches and tell us what the most meaningful matches are for medal contention coming up for round 6 and 7?
Yeah, for round 6, we're going to have Christy Cotton and Mike Kiley on the championship court here against Dan and Adeline again. That one could shake things up. So I know Mike has the ability to take over games, and I think Dan and Adeline will be able to put the ball where they need to keep control of that one. But that could be a big factor. Jennifer and Manny are playing Andrea and Jeff. So that could be another one. So
great.
Yeah.
You want to stick around and talk about this match a little bit, or do you got to get back to doing what you're doing?
You know, I kind of just wander, so I can stick around.
All right.
I think Manny and Jennifer are in control of this one. One thing that really impresses me, I played with Jennifer a couple weeks ago in a tournament, and she has really the ability to block and play sideline to sideline.
Now, you probably paired up well with her because you're a lefty.
Yeah.
And she likes to play the left side, or the left side. She's good at backhand dinking. She's got good forehand power. She's got a good backhand block that I've seen.
Yep, absolutely. And
so she probably paired up well with you. Being that, did you two stack all the time and play forehands in the middle, or where were you at with that?
So I think from tournament play, what I've found works is if something isn't working, change things up. So we would give different looks. We would stack. Sometimes we'd start with a down stack, depending on where things were. And, you know, when we played against Mike and Christy, Mike has so much power that we tried to limit our moving just so they were ready to hit the ball. But yeah,
so what's the key to this match, do you think, at this point? I think
Manny and Jennifer are in control right now, and
yeah.
a big thing that I'm seeing is Jennifer's ability to just block. You know, she handles attacks well. She places the ball well. And then Manny can just finish anything that you leave up for him. So Mike and Christy just played Joy and Ethan, and it was, I think it ended 15-8 in favor of Joy and Ethan.
And so what is the record right now for Joy and Ethan, if you can, please? Oh, nice try at an attempt at an ATP there. Almost got it.
So it looks like they have one loss at this point.
Have they had their bye yet?
Yes.
So this is round 6?
Round 5 right now.
So they're 3-1?
That would be correct.
Doing the math correctly. I'm easily distracted, but I'm here trying to run the soundboard and the...
Yeah, so they're sitting at 3-1. Manny and Jennifer, I believe, are 3-1. Mike and Christy are 4-2.
So, Will, I know...
3-2.
Okay, thank you. I know you commented last night on your... you commented on social media regarding your butt whooping yesterday, but hey, you were playing in a tough division against really tough players. So you want to elaborate a little bit more on some of the experiences that you gathered yesterday? I mean, I remember watching you a year ago playing in like a 2-5 or a 3-0 tournament, and kind of struggling with where to be and ball placement and stuff, and now here you are knocking on the door of some 5-0 tournaments, and your play is substantially improved. It's solid. It's you're getting there. You want to elaborate a little bit more on your experiences?
Yeah, it's funny. I was reflecting yesterday, and I played Beer City last year at 3-0, and we pretty much were dominated in all the games. So then to be able to hang in there yesterday with some of these players was really amazing, and the willingness for them to help too, like show what shots there should be taken in situations and different techniques to use and placement, and you don't realize how much thinking goes into the game when you're out playing recreationally. It's just kind of hitting the ball around. Then you get into tournaments and everything is very intentional and everything matters, and you really see that. So that was the first time I've played above the 4-0 level, and just the different pace and the placements and the angles, and and that's what I wanted.
You did win a game.
Yeah.
So there is some positive there.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, I think there were some teams that blew us out. I struggled with the teams with heavy power.
See you, James. We'll take a quick audio pause here while we're in between rounds, getting ready for round 6. Before we do, Will, any idea who we're going to see next on championship court here?
Yeah, I believe we're seeing Dan and Adeline and Cheryl. No.
That was the round we just saw.
Yeah.
Yep,
So next we're going to have Christy and Mike and Dan and Adeline.
Okay. You're welcome to sit in and join us for that. That'd be nice to have you. We're going to take a quick audio break. 1 minute. Back in a minute. All right, we're back. We're going to bring you coverage of round 6, the penultimate round of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament hosted by All in Pickleball Gym. In our debut month, in the second week of opening the gym, going to be joined here by Will Doot, who's putting on the headset now. Will, welcome back.
Good to be back. Yeah, this should be a real good matchup here.
What's the keys here for Christy and Michael? Obviously, Dan and Adeline are the favored, but Christy's got some great defense. She's got good, soft net play.
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar with Michael's play. So how do you see this match unfolding?
So Mike is a lefty, which generally can cause some problems coming from the, that different look. And Christy does a real good job being consistent, putting the ball in good spots. Her drops are usually in a good spot. She keeps the dinks in, and Mike will be looking to jump anything that he can. And he's got a real good deep lob to the corner. So he gets people moving around and then, uses his power to finish points. And I think it'll be an interesting matchup because Dan is a very finesse player and Mike's a very powerful player. So it's going to be interesting.
And my guess is Adeline's going to deploy the drive and crash strategy.
I wouldn't expect anything different from her. But she's got such a smooth game. So, I think if there's Mike.
If Mike wants to do that might be available to him.
That's his game.
They're on the board first.
And obviously people want to isolate Christy as much as possible, and they're familiar with that style. So, but I do think Dan's going to present some looks that they don't see often. That's going to cause him some trouble. He's got really deceptive shots.
Okay. Nice finish. Well, what is Mike and Christy's record right now? If you've said that, I apologize.
Yeah, they have 2 losses and they don't have their bye yet.
So this is their final round. So this is their 6th game. And
correct.
So they're 3-2, I would assume.
Yes.
And so if they can pull out a win here, that definitely puts them in medal contention. Oh, that is a great get. Oh, that is a phenomenal get.
Wow.
Mike went full bore into the netting, the catch netting, which did catch him, and threw him back onto the court and managed not to take out any of the cameras. Good work, Mike.
Oh, wow. Great shot by Dan.
Drive and crash.
Yep.
Yesterday during the 5-0, commented that the speed of, or 2 days ago, again with the 5-0, even yesterday in the 4-5, the speed of play was so aggressive that I wasn't using the cross-section dink cam very often because there's just not a lot of slowdown. So this camera angle, I like this camera angle a lot because it shows you the speed of play very well.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, just when I say that, they go into a soft hands touch game for a moment there.
Have you noticed changes in the game since you've been playing as far as the speed of play?
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it evolves. I came in as a tennis player and a banger and was successful early with that kind of strategy. And I'm seeing that happening again with a lot of these young athletic tennis players that you can use, if you can hit marks, you can use power strategically and find spots. It is highly effective. But
great gets by Mike again out there. He's just
you have to be able to play the soft game.
Yep.
So you got to master both. But I think it's you come in, if you come in as a banger, you learn the soft game, and then if you emerge as a banger on the backside of learning the soft game, well, then you're kind of a complete package as long as you know how and when to use it.
Great spot by Dan again.
He may have saved him in both ways. Mike's shot did have a lot of top on it. It was a nice roller, but it may have been going deep.
Gosh.
Yeah, Mike says that. I think he...
That was filthy, Dan. You're right.
Dan's saying it's filthy.
Long on that one.
So how's your Beer City Open registration going?
Oh, good. We're in.
Okay, good.
So I'm looking forward to it.
You got your partners and you got your divisions and everything?
Yeah, just playing men's for that.
Okay. You doing 4-0? Are you doing 3-5?
We're doing 3-5.
Yep. That's for that tournament. That's even at 3-5. It's a brutal tournament.
Yeah. We got
everybody plays down. It's such a wonderfully major event in our right here in Grand Rapids that you get to kind of see the level of play elevate at all levels. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was kind of unsure where we should go in that one, and talked with some people, and they said, 3-5 isn't a bad spot. 4-0's okay too, but I feel like a competition like that, you want to put yourself in the best position to be successful.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing Meyer too. I'm playing with Julian in both of those. He's more my consistent partner, and we'll be playing 4-0 in that.
The Meyer State Games.
Yeah.
Men's only as well in that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Just men's.
A nice attempt at a tweener by Mike. He almost pulled that down.
But we're looking at coming up here and doing some lessons and some work with you guys and trying to improve our game as a men's doubles team. And
yeah, great. Tell me about how your journey is becoming a instructor going.
I love it. It's been a real blessing. It's working with great people. That's how I met Brian, who played with me yesterday, and I really thank him for being willing to play up too. We knew it was going to be a tough day, but we get along well, and it's interesting because he works days at MVP, so he does the daytime stuff, and I come in at nights, and it's something that we're growing together as well. So the ability to have to instruct people has forced me to slow down a little and be more intentional with watching play and putting reps in for myself, and it's been great.
I'd imagine it'll improve your game immensely, just because you're going to be looking at things in a bunch of different ways that ordinarily, if you're just out playing, you wouldn't consider and think about.
Absolutely. And it's really just helped my comfort level on the court, where I don't feel like I'm in a hurry to finish points.
Yeah, I've been noticing about you. You look confident, and like you said, you're not rushing. Your game is smoothed out.
And Dan, JJ, and Jenny were very instrumental in helping some of my development last summer too, and really being intentional on building points and patience, building points. And it's funny because I can recall Dan stopping, like after a bad decision, he would just say, "Can you help me understand why you did that?" and make me think about it. And then it's like, okay, I'm trying to hit a low percentage shot and maybe get lucky. Like, this isn't a game that you can rely on getting lucky all the time.
Right. Yeah, Mike is just all over the place. On that previous point, he essentially ran into the wall on the far right corner there in the netting, going all out for a ball. Appreciate his dedication.
Yeah, those WWE ropes might not be a bad idea out here. What's the score at? Do you have it?
We'll listen in here all the time. I didn't pick it up there, so maybe we'll get it here. 13-5, maybe on the 2. 14-5, so this will be a match point. I guess we'll find out if they're on the 1 or 2 right here. They'll be on the 2, the way that they're lining up here. Nice play.
Good play, Mike.
Nice partner communication from Mike. Christy gave him the range that he needed, but then she was there for him when he had to stroke the ball hard and was still trying to recover and find his position. She came through. But then there's that. As Dan says, that's filthy. I've seen that shot from Adeline now about 4 or 5 times just in this match alone. Just hard rolling cross-court forehand from the right side.
Mike and Christy have played quite a few 4-0 tournaments together, and I don't think they finished under first place. But definitely you're getting some different caliber looks from Dan and Adeline out there, and they're still managing to put some success, 7-14 now.
Again, Mike is just all in.
Yeah.
He plays with passion and heart. I love it.
And I've seen him come back from big deficits. Like he doesn't have quit in him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, giving him another chance.
It's 7-14 on the one, right on the fresh side out. Nice exchange there between Adeline and Mike. I mean, that's kind of where I most people are going to block that back from Adeline there. Mike's taking a full out rip swing on it. Again, he's down, so there's not much to lose here. But when you watch the pros play, they're getting low and they're just blocking that back as a reset.
Right. A great get.
Yep, nice hustle.
How about you? Do you have any tournament play coming up?
Yeah, I'm playing both men's and mixed in both the Meyer and the Beer City Open. Dan and I are partnering up for Meyer, the 4-5, 35 plus. And I don't yet have a female partner for Meyer game. I've been too busy with things here, so I'll be looking for a female partner shortly.
Nice.
Got to figure out how much I need to pay to entice somebody to play with me. Saving up for that.
Tom Miller was selling points yesterday, $20 a point. I don't know that anybody bought any, and maybe it was just to me.
Dan sails that. Dan's going to be my partner. We'll have a talk about those serve return on first airs. Probably drill that one here tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine your games complement each other very well.
Yeah, they do. And there we have it. Adeline and Dan continue to stay undefeated into going into the final round, round 7 here momentarily. So we'll take a quick audio pause and we'll be back momentarily. Okay, we are here for the final round coverage of the mixed open division. Watching Dan and Adeline try to remain undefeated on the day, ensuring themselves a gold medal. And this is the first time on championship court that we've seen today. Deanna and Brian. We saw them briefly. Sanat. I'm hopefully pronouncing their last name correctly. I apologize if I am not. But Deanna and Brian, we saw them briefly on court 2 earlier today, so we will look a little closer here. Let's see where we're at on the score here. Two, 1-2. Deanna just left that one a little short. 3-1-2. And as we've seen most of the day, Adeline and Dan, they get off to a fairly quick lead in most of their matches. And then that puts scoreboard pressure on their opponents, and then they continue to roll. So not much different. We're at 1-4-1. And that one sails just a bit deep on Brian. Dan missed that one wide. Again, tomorrow Dan and I are going to drill serve returns here at All in Pickleball Gym, because we can. That was nice. Deanna had missed the shot, then Brian just sneaks behind her and does get a paddle on it, almost pulls it in. Nice reset. Deanna's sitting on that shot. Back into a nice dink war. She's sitting on it again. Dan tries it again. This time it was successful. Might be up 6-2-1 already. 6-2-1. Brian attempts the ATP, has the full length of the run out there off to the side, and just comes up short. Nice try. Way to see it. Right at end change. Natural timeout. Brian's going to use it. Stay hydrated. Adeline and Dan are on the baseline, ready to go. Nice block by Dan. Remember, when your opponent's paddle is high, you should move your paddle low. That's exactly what Dan did. Deanna had a overhead. He just brought his paddle down by his ankles and just blocked that one back. That was a nice position by Dan. We're at 9-2-1. 9-2 on the 2, sorry. And Dan wasn't thinking. He was thinking about the score and sailed that one deep. Nice rapid exchange there. Jeff Hallett's in the background complimenting Deanna and Brian for their play. It resulted still in the loss of the point, but (13-2) on the 2 now. That's fun. 2-13 on the 1. Okay, the remaining courts have finished up for the matches that had medal implications. And we're going to be joined here by Jeff Howlett. So Jeff has just joined us. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, everyone.
So you want me to look at court 5, you're saying?
We can look at court 4. Court 4.
Court 4, sorry, yep.
Yep.
Here we go.
We have Manny and Jennifer playing against Cheryl and Randy Anderson. Not both Andersons, Cheryl Williams and Randy Anderson. And that game, when I left, it was 11-10, I believe. Manny was ahead. But they're sitting right now at 4-1. Jeff Vanderkalk pulled out a last game win to get them 4-2 over Joy and Ethan.
Yeah, Jeff and Andrea, right?
Is that right? Yes, I'm sorry, Andrea.
Yeah. And Andrea and Jeff beat Joy and Ethan to assure up a medal, right? A bronze.
Well, they're sitting there potentially a silver. I have to look at how they did against Manny. Actually, they lost head-to-head with Manny, so they've shored up a bronze for sure. Yes. That was a good win. It was a 15-8 win in the last game. So, sitting on top of our board is Dan and Addie.
Yeah, that's the match where got up here, and it's got to be close to. I know that Dan and Adeline have 14. They've had that for a while, and Dan just hit the line, I think, for a side out.
That was a good play. From this angle, it looked possibly out, but
I was looking at the TV monitor. It looked like from the TV, it was painted the corner of the line.
This is Brian and Deanna are a couple students of mine. Have been playing together as a couple,
great.
successfully as a couple. They've been doing really well, and this is the first time they've stepped up into the 4-0. And like they mentioned, this is all new to them, in a sense of new level of play and different people they haven't played with, but they're excited about the experience. So
that's great. That was great. Well, they played well, and it just the communication was good. You saw in that last point.
Yep.
Deanna moved and let Brian take that forehand, and Brian's been hitting those forehands a lot, and with his size and reach, I'd want him to be taking that shot all day long.
Absolutely.
He just missed it. But well fought battle there. Congratulations to Adeline and Dan for remaining undefeated and shoring up the gold there. Let's tune into court 5 here, and we'll try to see where it looks like they
just may have wrapped up.
That looks like what that is. So that concludes all of the bracket play here for the open division, the 4-0 plus division of the Grandville Pickleball Addicts tournament. Jeff, does that, let's try to get the score for there and report to the people watching at home the final results.
Let me see if I can
I'll go ahead and yell out. So that final match was won by Jennifer and Manny. And Jeff seemed to think that they did win the head-to-head.
Okay.
So what do we have here, Jeff? Can you give us a rundown on the score? And
yes, the way it ended up in this bracket, Adeline and Dan went 6-0. Played really strong in this division, obviously, with youth on their side as well as their level of play. Second place went to Jennifer and Manny with a 5-1 record. And third place with a last game win, Jeff Vanderkalk and Andrea Raven.
Yeah, that's a
with
good
4-2.
It's a nice medal for those two.
Yeah. Once again, we're finding out as we put brackets in place, we actually seat them based on their past experience and record. And if you looked at the chart there, top 1, 2, and 3 in their seats, and it kind of makes sense. With the last place loss, Joy and Ethan were actually our number 7 seeds. They played really well, came up with a 3-3 record instead of that 4-2 to get them into the medal. So.
Great.
So that wraps that up. I'm going to go hand out some medals.
Great. Okay, well, that concludes our coverage here today. Thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing more live pickleball to you from All In Pickleball Gym over the weeks to come. Thank you very much. Goodbye.